All right, travel bans, travel advisories. You've heard a lot of this stuff. It's become quite the geopolitical issue. Here to comment on it, give you some objective advice. Adam Sostrin, legal analyst. Good to have you on the show again, man.
Great to be here. Thanks for having me.
All right, so things have changed since the last time you were on the program. There's a lot more chaos happening, certainly with our neighbors, Mexico, drug cartels, Cabo, Cancun. Yeah, my retired parents wanted to go to Cabo, and of course, this stuff kind of freaks them out. So that trip's been canceled.
Sure, I got the email from my mom this morning.
Yes, right. So what's the status quo? Where are we at?
Well, we had a previous travel sort of advisory in December 2016, but they have expanded upon that because there's been killings at these popular tourist destinations we were just mentioning. In fact, I just got back from Cancun last week. This advisory just came out. The thing is, I think there's been about 169 people that were killed in Playa del Carmen, Cancun, and then over 230 people killed in Cabo.
These are really nice areas of Mexico.
Very, very nice areas in Mexico. We all love to go to vacation over there. It's great. You don't really, as an American, though, I feel like when you go to some of these tourist destinations, you don't feel that you're really under threat.
No, not at all. Of course not. So when you say all these deaths, are these tourist-related deaths or just deaths in the area?
Just about everybody who's getting killed is sort of related to drugs, right? They're sort of involved in it, so it's cartel violence. It's specifically targeted, but there have been some occurrences where sort of bystanders have been around and they've gotten hit too.
Right.
So that's what we're concerned about. And the crazy thing is, I think in this year we already have about 15 to 16,000 deaths, murders, and homicides in Mexico, right?
That's insane.
And they think we're on to match 2011, where they had about 27,000, but we might even exceed that this year. So the stakes are getting higher and higher. I don't think it has anything to do with the current NAFTA stuff that's going on right now, but it is a problem. It has to be addressed by our government. People should know that there is these bad things going on. There is an uptick in Mexico in violence.
So, I mean, I've been to Cabo a couple times in the past year. This studio, I mean, our show's national, but we're here in San Diego. That's a 2-hour flight.
Correct.
Went to a wedding in Cancun. When you go to these destinations in Mexico, you feel pretty safe.
You do.
But then these newer stories, there's a lot of innocent people, tourists. I mean, this isn't something you expect to see down there. What has it done for the tourist community down there?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, there's been shootings in popular discotheques in Playa del Carmen. I mean, this isn't Cancun. This is Playa del Carmen. Playa del Carmen, we're supposed to feel even much safer, right? Cancun's sort of big city. Well, what do we do about it? It's difficult to say. It's a little bit scarier, but for the most part, as an American, you're around other Americans. You stay at an all-inclusive resort or regular resort, as long as you're not going out at night or you're not going through random checkpoints across the country where it could be a cartel operated versus something that's police operated, you'll probably be okay.
Well, I've had the luxury, I guess, the blessings, being able to expand the American dream across the United States, going city to city. Yesterday I was in Nashville. Tomorrow I'm in Sacramento. I'm just telling you, there's a lot of amazing cities in this country. Stay here. Pour the money into the United States. What advice would you give to people?
Well, it's something that they should take into consideration, right? Sort of the same things we thought about before when we went to Mexico. Don't drive some road, broken road in the middle of the night for, hours on end, going through Baja California. Don't do it. It's not safe. At some of the border areas, they have to be very careful. That's where they say most of the cartel violence is occurring. So we really have to watch out on the border areas. But I think for the most part, when you fly into Cabo, make sure you take the hotel shuttle. When you go to Cabo. The same thing when you're going to Cancun, make sure you take the hotel shuttle, whatever set up with the hotel. Also, these hotels have different arrangements with specific taxi people that they're comfortable with. Go with them. Don't do anything else than that. Also, we just recently had a warning about people going to Cancun and, their drinks are getting spiked and they're waking up in weird places. They don't know what happened. So when you go to Mexico, don't get hard alcohol. Maybe just have a cerveza. Right?
Well, I know that I don't have that fear. You go stay at a nice resort, Mexico, great area.
Right.
I don't think you could convince my 75-year-old mother, though.
Right.
I'm pretty sure that she's not going to Cabo.
Sure. Well, I'll take her to a deli somewhere. We can do that.
There you go. Adam Sostrin, legal analyst, thank you so much for coming on The American Dream. If you have questions about any of this stuff, don't forget you can visit us online, AmericanDreamNetwork.tv. More of the show coming up next.